Hi, I'm so excited today because today I'm going to be able to tell you part of my life. It's a beautiful testimony on how God changed my life and took me out of death, bad piles of death, and turn around to become free, financially free from mortgage, from credit card bills, big car payments, and everything. So I will be able to tell you the story today, and this story maybe change your life, and maybe you will decide that you follow the same thing that I have done. And then if you might be in 1 year, you might be so successful like I did last September. That's when everything started. The miracles start last September, but I have been in a problematic financial situation for a while. So I'm just gonna tell you that I'm gonna be reading some notes here in a piece of paper, and I'm sorry for that, but I just don't want to forgive any part of my story. It's a very beautiful story. So, uh, financial freedom is very important because financial freedom brings health, brings a good relationship with husband, with children, and with our friends and everybody. A person who has to work and spend all the money in credit cards and bills, it's not a very happy person. So it's good to work when you have that something for yourself besides just giving away all your money. And my situation was like that when I was a kid. I'm just gonna go back a little bit when I was a kid. When I was a kid, early in life, I noticed that there was poverty going on in my family. Of course, I didn't know poverty, um, the word poverty. I was so young. I saw my mom struggling to help us, to feed us, to give us the best. I saw my whole life, and I did not, I never saw her complain, any complaint from her. So since I'm very young, I decided to be successful. So in 2006, I purchased myself a business. It was a laundromat. The laundromat had 40 machines between washers and dryers, and had also one change machine. It had like a drinking machine, soda machine actually. Couple of no, just one more snack machine and some games. It was like a very nice business, and it was going pretty well to 2006, 2007, 2008. It was going making money, although there was a lot of headaches. When you have a business, you have to expect to have headaches, complaints, and many times I heard, I was living 10 miles away from this laundromat, and people lose like 25 cents. They call me my house. Can you give me please back my 25 cents? And I had to give it back. And they called me for a dollar bill. I had to go back. It's stuck in a change machine. There was flood in the laundromat. There was dryer broke and not working function very well. The soap machine, it was, it sometimes got stuck, and customers complain for things it was not a problem with me. Like, oh, this soap is not making too many bubbles inside of the washer. It's just a big rip off and bliss, and until you explain to the customer that there are some soaps that don't have any bubbles, those cheap soaps from Dollar Tree, it just takes time and patience and stressful, very stressful. Plus I couldn't go anywhere with my husband. I couldn't go in a trip. I couldn't go to the church. I mean, I went to the church, but when I got there was a phone call. I had many times to come back. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare, but I was making some good amount of money in 2006, 2007. So I was pretty happy. And then when it hit 2009, that's when things started slowing down, and slowed down quite a bit. So I had a total bill of $13,000 fixed bill a month. And that was very stressful. And I started to become very sick with kidney problem. The cost of my medicines that insurance didn't pay was about $1,000. And I was willing to let someone else manage the laundromat. I was looking for people who take over, who take that thing away from me, run over, run away with that, and just give me some money for that. But, in a crisis that we are going through, the whole country, it's just very difficult to sell a business that does not have real estate involved on it. So I got married in 2009 and I was so depressed. Full of bills, piles of bills, everything that I spent, I didn't have money for that. Like our wedding, my husband paid for the wedding, but we didn't have money for that. Uh, but we did. So I asked God in 2009 when I saw things going crazy. My customers, I had many customers. I didn't have enough washers when I purchased the laundromat. I didn't have enough washers for all the people in the neighborhood. I didn't have enough dryers for all of them. So I was doing very well, but it's in 2009, it looks like the customers start disappearing. I don't know what happened. Actually, maybe some moved, maybe some bought washer and dryer, and I think there was one apartment complex that built up their own washer and dryer or own laundromat there. So that's what hurted me. Oh, anyway, it was scary to see it. And so I started getting desperation. I was not able to pay all the bills anymore. I had to choose which bill I was gonna pay. Oh, this month I'm gonna pay the gas and water bill. Next month I pay the electricity, and then that I had to pick and choose which bill I had to pay. Plus, of course, I had before I get married, I bought a big house just for myself, and I had that mortgage and other things. A car, very nice car, but very expensive. So I had so many things that I bought before I met Jesus. I just bought things. That's all I want. I feel that emptiness of my heart with the material things. And then I got to a point where I couldn't pay for everything anymore, and my health couldn't handle too. Oh, it was a very sad story. But anyway, in 2009, I was talking to my husband about selling the laundromat, and he said like this: well, to sell the laundromat, you might have to paint the walls. You might have to change, like a couple of tiles on the floor. You have to clean up, like paint the bathroom, this and that. I was like, wow, I don't have money for that. And then my friend went to visit me at the laundromat, and she said, oh, Christina, it'd be nice if you give her like a base paint, just change the color, clean up the laundromat, the walls are very dirty. I said, oh, I heard this before. How I'm gonna find the money to do that? And I was just in desperation. Um, I put one ad in a paper. It was 2009, but no, everybody wants to. Everybody who called me wanted basically for a very low price, and I was not willing to go so low because I had some responsibilities that I had to take care of. So I didn't take anybody. So 2009 was just about over. I went to a church, and I was getting to know Jesus at the time, and this pastor told me like, Christina, do you want to see a turnaround in your laundromat? I said yes. He said you have to tithe. I said, oh, I heard this story before. And then he said, yes, you have to tithe. I said, well, I don't have money to pay all the bills. How am I going to tithe? But the tithe it belongs to God. The tithe is holy. The tithe you take before you pay any bill.